Good morning. We are now at the midpoint, Wednesday of the 5th week of Lent. Exactly 5 weeks ago today, we celebrated Lent's beginning with Ash Wednesday. We now are in the middle of what the Church terms to be Passion Week. And one of the main signs that we are in Passion Week, which immediately precedes Holy Week and the Paschal Triduum, is the covering of crucifixes and statues and other holy images with either red or purple cloths. Now, the Church has had a long tradition of doing this, but it's an optional practice for parishes. And so whether or not that's done in your particular parish, it is something that signals to us a much more somber tone to these final few days of the Lenten season. And by that I mean the Gospels in particular are recounting for us those days immediately prior to Palm Sunday when the authorities of the Jews were very determined to get rid of Jesus by putting him to death, and so they were after him to try and find any reason they could to arrest him and convict him and hand him over to be put to death, simply because they refused to believe not only in who he is as the promised Messiah, the Son of God, but also they did not want to hear the truth about who God is and who they are in relation to God. And so this somber tone, which we are experiencing in this 5th week, the Church helps us understand it by the covering now, the hiding, if you will, of the statues of the saints, the pictures of the saints, and even the covering of our crucifixes in our churches. Because the Church is urging us focus all of our attention on the very person of Jesus, who is already being persecuted for our sakes, and who will in time very willingly embrace his terrible passion and crucifixion and death by carrying his cross and being crucified on it and dying on it for our sakes. The crucifixes are to be uncovered only after the celebration of the Liturgy of the Lord's Passion on Good Friday. All the other statues and pictures of the saints are to be uncovered at the Easter Vigil, because it is that vigil which we all celebrate and we wait in great and joyful expectation for the greatest feast of our year, Easter Sunday, when the Lord rises from the dead and once and for all and forever breaks the chains of death which are caused in our lives by sin. In the rest of this 5th week and into next week, which is Holy Week, let us concentrate, at least in our prayers and meditation, on what the Lord Jesus suffered for our sakes. Let us be grateful, but also let us each day in the liturgies faithfully follow him and not abandon him in his great hour of suffering and death. May God bless you in this week and throughout the rest of the beautiful Lenten season.